Our story begins with a quote about a family by the last name of Tubb. They went up and down in their fortune over the centuries. At some point, they vanished. Their cottage lay vacant for some time until someone bought it. After that quote, we see the woods at night. A man is there, camping with a young lady. Something seems to lose its life from our point of view. We don't see what it is, but it sounds like an animal. While the couple sit talking in the tent, a man with horns on his head walks toward it. He attacks the tent with a chainsaw, causing the couple to panic. It doesn't take long for the man to meet his demise. Trying to escape, the lady just ends up sitting near a tree, perhaps due to her injury. She should have tried running using all her strength, because the maniac does not go easy on her. He slashes her without saying a word. Earlier that day, we see two other young ladies lying on the beach. One of them says she's excited that a girl named Audra is coming home. However, she does not believe she will stay. The other lady says it's sad that she and another girl named Haley hate each other. She also asks what's the worst that could happen. Soon enough, these two ladies get introduced as Reese and Missy. Afterward, we observe how a girl gets her pictures taken by a guy named Devin. She is Autumn, his girlfriend. Then Missy starts talking to him. Devin tells her that he told Audra what would happen if she came back. We don't know what they're talking about, though Missy tells him he got what he deserved. She also insults him. He says Audra bought the Tubb house. Following this, he says he's a Tubb. When he starts saying that his third cousin married a Tubb, Missy interjects to say he's not a Tubb. His final point about Audra is that she must regret coming back. Missy disagrees with him, asking why he even cares since he has a new girlfriend now. Soon, Autumn jumps up to start riding on his back. After the beach scene, we get another statement telling us something else happened even earlier that day. We focus on the Tubb house. The aforementioned Audra arrives there. She comes to the for sale sign and removes it. Looking at the shed, she asks herself what she should do with it. The lady then walks inside the house, where she opens a bottle of wine to celebrate having bought such a pleasing property. She follows this action by trying to call her dad, but ends up leaving a message instead. On it, she says how much she loves the house, along with her disbelief that it comes with all the furniture. She also says she will have some girls over later, before ending her message. Getting excited, Audra accidentally spills some wine on the floor. She cleans it and leaves the glass on the floor. After that, she enters another room to relax on the bed. We come to understand she is quite clumsy, because she rolls off the edge by not being careful. She didn't consume enough wine to be that drunk. Audra is enchanted by the view as she looks out of the window. Once she enters a small room upstairs, the excited lady jumps on the two small beds there. While she's exploring the house, the music gives us a sinister vibe. We feel like something bad could happen at any moment. She looks out from another window, saying to herself that she doesn't know how anyone could go crazy living there. Next, the young lady goes outside, doing a cartwheel. Here's someone who can't contain her excitement. Meanwhile, someone walks behind her house. Audra runs to the dock with more enthusiasm, singing that she now owns it. In a short time, she goes back to her car to retrieve more groceries. As she starts opening the front door, someone in an orange costume peeks out from the side of the house. Audra wonders why the door is locked. At that moment, the disguised person jumps on her to bring the poor girl to the ground. Audra is about to slam this invader with a rock, yet Reese appears behind her to inform the girl that it's Missy she is about to strike. They played a trick on her, for which she insults them. Missy wonders if Audra would have truly taken her life with that rock. The new homeowner says she would have, and Missy would have deserved it. Reese helps both of them up. When the two guests enter the house, our attention wanders to the shed, accompanied by tense music. Inside, Reese can't decide whether the house is creepy or quaint. Missy says it is both. One aspect of the house's charm. Soon, Audra comes in to accidentally shatter the wine glass she left on the floor. Being a respectful guest, Reese decides to clean the mess. Then Missy changes her mind about the house. She says it's more creepy than quaint. The girls seem to have a fascination with big knives, so they start looking at them. At night, Audra takes a shower. Someone is looking into her room from outside. She hears a door open, making her ask if it's one of her friends. She doesn't get her answer. Not caring who it is, Audra yells out for one of them to bring her some wine. Shortly after, the door near to her creaks open. She wants to know if it is her friends again. The poor girl does not receive an answer the second time. Images switch between her showering and the house being observed. After that, Missy comes in with a glass of wine. Since she unintentionally scares Audra, her friend's reaction scares her in return, causing her to drop the wine glass. That's 2 glasses broken in one day. Audra wants to know why Missy keeps trying to scare her. But Missy isn't the one opening doors. She just came in to give her friend what she wanted. In the next scene, Missy starts showering. She dances to the music playing on the radio. Eventually, a voice talks on it, interrupting her good mood. This prompts her to step out of the shower to change the station. After changing it, she re-enters the shower to continue with her dancing. There's singing this time too. In the meantime, Reese tells Audra she wishes her parents would get her a house once she graduates. Audra's parents bought her the house because they think she will stay there forever, in addition to them getting to see her more often. Also, their grandchildren are expected to grow up there. Yet Audra is planning on going back to the city after the summer. What Reese can't believe is that Audra got the Tubb house. The latter has had enough of hearing about the Tubbs. She insults them, saying the house is hers now. However, Reese says people lost their lives in the house. She also wonders what happened to the people who vanished. Audra thinks it is weird that Reese believes the house to be haunted because a crazy family lived there. She loves it and plans to never sell it. As they go downstairs to enjoy more wine, someone who we still don't see keeps watching them. Reese is scared to spend the night in the Tubb house. Out of nowhere, Audra tells her how she went to the zoo, which had only one dog, a Shih Tzu. They both laugh at the joke. Afterward, they get ready to drink wine with some cheese. Reese calls Missy to join them due to the movie starting. On the couch, drinking wine, this is what Audra has wanted to do all day. Missy joins them soon enough, though she disapproves of the movie they are watching. She says she doesn't like horror movies where girls get chased around by a maniac with a chainsaw. Unbeknownst to the poor girl, she is taking part in exactly that kind of story. Reese likes such movies. Good for her. We will see how much her liking them extends to her being in one. Missy pours some wine for herself before going upstairs to sleep. Inside her room, Missy gets observed while taking her shirt off. She likes the view outside the window. Supposedly, someone else likes the view inside the window even more. In a short while, she starts sleeping. Downstairs, the other two get scared when Reese's phone buzzes. Their scary movie is getting to them. Perhaps it's time for them to sleep too. Collecting the cheese and the knife, Reese decides to head upstairs. Audra does not want her to go, but her friend goes against her wishes. She checks under her bed, glad that there are no rats or bugs there. As she lights her small fireplace, we see that the watcher continues to watch. The lucky girl goes to sleep in a big bed, which she has all to herself. Audra keeps watching her scary movie alone while drinking wine. She is the only one awake. Saying Miss asleep, we see her dream. She walks along a cemetery at night. A person in a costume is also there without her knowledge. We then observe that Audra has fallen asleep on the couch. She wakes up, calling her house normal and not haunted. Missy keeps walking in the cemetery in her dream, surrounded by mist. The girl is scared, looking around. Soon, someone quickly runs past her. Audra is still awake, continuing to consume more wine. She looks outside to see something odd. The for sale sign she previously removed is standing in the yard again. It causes her to rush outside to remove it from the ground. Re-entering the house, she finds Reese standing there, asking if Audra is okay. Everything is fine with Audra. She tells Reese to go back to bed. Alone again, Audra now drinks something stronger than wine. She drinks some whiskey that she toasts to her grandmother. The girl is drinking a lot of alcohol tonight. Our view becomes distorted to mirror her drunkenness. Meanwhile, Missy keeps walking in her dream. The unknown figure is still there, keeping her company. Scared, she asks if anyone is there. He quickly walks behind her, but vanishes upon her turning around. As Reese sleeps in bed, she laughs for some reason. She gets up afterward to rejoin Audra in the living room, telling the homeowner that her dog woke her up. To such a statement, Audra says she doesn't have a dog. Reese thinks she's messing with her, yet she isn't. Whatever it was, Reese claims that something licked her feet. The duo collect knives before searching Reese's room. They find nothing under the bed, although they soon hear a sound from upstairs. They start ascending, hoping their knives will protect them if something unfriendly shows itself there. Searching the small room, the duo find nothing there too. Audra doesn't seem bothered by anything. The drunk girl just jumps on the bed. After that, Missy opens her door to ask them what is going on. They explain their situation and Missy shuts her door again. It's not a matter that concerns her. Reese wants to search her room. However, Audra thinks Missy should be left alone to sleep. When she returns to bed, we witness a door opening slightly in her room. Along with it, we hear a ghostly voice. Audra should have accepted Reese's desire to search the room. Downstairs, Reese wants to call the police. That makes Audra wonder what she's going to tell them. She believes they will laugh at her. Shortly after, Reese says her phone is missing. She wants Audra to call her so that she can locate her phone. If she finds it, Audra teases Reese that she has to Google imaginary dog. It seems like nothing of that sort is going to happen, though, because Audra can't find her own phone either. It prompts Reese to suggest someone took their phones. Who would do it? Why would they do it? Then a noise is heard in the kitchen. It sounds like something was knocked over. As the friends walk there, Reese expresses her dislike for the house. The thing that got knocked over is a bottle, with its wine spilled on the floor. A lot of wine has ended up on the floor of this house in a short amount of time. The girls also observe prints on the floor, but they aren't paws. They look like hoof prints. Audra takes out a knife before opening the nearby door. Of all things, a goat runs into her house. It makes Audra laugh. She thinks someone is messing with them. Following this, the door opens again for the terror to truly begin. The girls scream once they see the man with the chainsaw we saw in the beginning. He starts chasing them with his intimidating double chainsaw, perhaps without realizing it. Reese finds herself in the same situation as the horror movies she claimed to like. Outside, she wonders what they will do about Missy still being in the house. Audra's car keys are also in there, so they have two reasons to go back. The duo start yelling for Missy to wake up. In her nightmare, someone wearing a goat mask comes out of the water to throw her in. Back to the two who are awake, they see the maniac running away from them. This allows Audra to go back into her house to collect her keys and her friend. Before doing that, she tells Reese to count to 180. If Audra does not return after that number is reached, Reese should run away to save herself. The girl shows how brave she is by re-entering her house. First, she collects her car keys from her purse. Then she comes to Miss's room, yelling for her to wake up. Unfortunately, removing her blanket reveals a lifeless Missy. Audra can only scream at such a horrific sight. Outside, Reese has already counted past 180. She doesn't want to run away from her friend. Afterward, the man wearing the goat mask descends from the ceiling to scare Audra even more. He takes out a menacing blade with teeth. There has never been a blade more frightening than this one. The maniac tries to hit her with it, yet he gets it stuck in the wall. This causes our heroine to tumble down the stairs. In the meantime, the goat is outside with Reese. She hears her phone ringing inside the shed and questions why it is there. Trying to enter it, she gets grabbed by another goat-masked man who was inside. He throws the helpless girl before taking her inside. He activates his chainsaw, though he does not harm her with it. The maniac impales her on a sharp piece of wood instead. Returning to Audra's mess, the other man removes his blade from the wall to start coming for Audra. She lies dizzily on the floor. All that alcohol, along with tumbling down the stairs, will have that effect. He's about to impale her with the blade, but she kicks him down. The battle continues outside, with him swinging at her. About to cut her, he gets stabbed in the leg by her kitchen knife. With that saving action, she acquires a chance to run away. The maniac is now at a disadvantage, chasing her with his wounded leg. He should probably call it a night, because this girl is tough. However, he keeps pursuing her and soon enters the boathouse where Audra is hiding. He searches for her in the dark, perhaps hoping this will be the place where he ends her. Audra then fiercely comes out of hiding to slam him with an oar. She follows this action by stabbing him several times, viciously asking who he is. Not caring to hear his answer, if he chose to provide one, she takes his menacing blade and severs his head with it. Audra is tougher than him. He should have gone home after getting stabbed in the leg. The next scene has a Lamborghini driving along a road. In a short time, it arrives at Audra's house. The lady inside is Haley, the one we heard about on the beach. She's the one who does not like Audra, and vice versa. Haley talks on the phone to someone, complaining that her husband, Brett, asked for a divorce at the hospital where her dad just lost his life. She also mentions that he cheated on her. Since her father was very rich, she thinks Brett wants a divorce to get half of the money. Haley exits her Lamborghini with a bottle of wine in her hand. She wants to destroy Brett. For some reason, she wants to chop him into 406 pieces, a very specific number. She starts calling someone, probably Audra. It angers her that no one is answering. So far, this fourth girl is the most troubled of the ones we have witnessed. The phone she is calling rings in the shed, which she hears. It prompts her to slowly walk toward the small building, calling Audra's name. Opening the door is something she wishes she never did. A suffering Reese lies there on the bed. Miraculously, the poor girl is still alive. The grisly sight scares Haley, to the point of her instantly backing away from the door. As she does, we see the other maniac running with his chainsaw. Wandering outside in fear, Haley tries opening the front door. That is when the masked man comes up behind her. The bottle she brought proves to be crucial, because she breaks it on his head, knocking him unconscious. Then she runs away without doing either of two important actions, eliminating the man or removing his weapon. She should have done at least one. Later, he gets up, walking with a dizzy mind. Haley comes out with an axe, plunging it into him. Hacking at him some more, she demonstrates being competent at dealing with murderous psychopaths. She removes his goat mask to reveal the man as Brett. The wicked man somehow has the energy to hold her by the neck, informing her he took her father's life. Now he wants to take hers. While he's choking her, Audra walks to his side and slams him down with an axe. Haley collects her axe to slam him again. At that point, Audra says she never liked him. She hacks at him with anger. This troubles Haley, making her demand to let the man bleed out in peace. This strange statement confuses Audra. The maniac lying on the ground ended her father's life for money, yet she thinks he deserves a peaceful demise. This causes Audra to keep attacking him. Haley strikes her axe in anger. In return, Audra swings the axe at her. Next, she throws it in Haley's direction because the latter starts running away. The weapon gets stuck in a tree. Haley needs a weapon to protect herself, therefore she removes the axe from the tree. Before long, the two aggressive ladies engage in a battle of axes. Audra proves to have superior skill by shoving the girl she doesn't like to the ground. She then slams her head with the butt of the axe to knock her out. The scene drastically changes to show us Devon and Autumn. They approach a goat, and Autumn claims they lost all of them. Devon points to the one they approached, so it can't be all of them. Autumn thinks the goats are cute, but Devon disagrees. He behaves fearfully around the goat, saying they look demonic. We find out he planned to scare Audra with the goats. He probably had nothing to do with the maniacs wearing goat masks. All Autumn can say is that he thinks about his ex-girlfriend a lot. When the couple are near the shore, she wants to collect another goat. According to Autumn, it is the cute one. However, the little animal runs away. To make her feel better, Devon hugs her. Following this, she sees something that she thinks is blood. She walks toward it to open the door to the boathouse, which makes her scream because Audra left a headless corpse in there. As the couple walks away, Autumn wants to know who the body was. Devon says he doesn't know. At that moment, Audra walks up behind them, covered in blood, carrying two axes. She tosses one of them and uses the other to strike Devon in his back. Of course, Autumn screams in fear. Then Audra plunges the weapon into her ex-boyfriend's chest. She is most likely overcome with anxiety, thinking Devon could be responsible for the night of terror she experienced. It wouldn't be surprising to her, because Haley's husband was one of the maniacs after all. Why couldn't Devon be one too? But Autumn tells her he was trying to help her. Audra is not in the state of mind to listen to any arguments. Therefore, she comes after the smaller girl too. She keeps chasing her until she brings Autumn down at the shore. After having several punches thrown at the innocent girl, Autumn repeats that Devon was trying to help her. Audra just walks away, feeling no remorse for the damage she delivered. She enters the shed to see Reese still alive. This is the first time she has seen her in such a state. Our heroine tries to comfort the girl by telling her she's there with her now. She says she loves her before putting Reese out of her misery with a pillow. Audra comes to the for sale sign afterward to put it back up. She doesn't want to stay there anymore, and rightfully so.